Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm here to talk to you about manifesting mistake number one. Manifesting mistake number one is that what we want and what we believe are not in alignment. And because what we want and what we believe are not a match or in alignment, we move away from our goals and then consistently get what we don't want. As deliberate creators, our job is to consistently get our goals and beliefs in alignment so that we are consistently getting what we want and reaching our goals. If our beliefs and goals are not in alignment, we must let go of the misaligned thoughts and find a different thought to believe that is in alignment with our goal. Thoughts and beliefs were designed to be tools used for the purpose of creation, for the purpose of helping us reach our goals, for the purpose of helping us experience what we want in life. So if the thoughts we are currently believing do not help us create what we want, then what's the point of using that specific thought? Because as a deliberate creator, we know that thoughts, once they are held in mind for as little as 17 seconds, they go to work producing results. In other words, if a thought is held in mind for as little as 17 seconds, it becomes activated. So thoughts are like computer programs, and like computer programs, they have specific jobs to carry out. Explained another way, once a thought is held in mind for about 17 seconds, it also starts to run its program. It starts to do the job it was programmed to do. Take the thought of biting into a sour, juicy lemon. Have you ever imagined biting into a sour, juicy lemon or imagine the juice of a sour lemon squirt into your mouth? This thought makes my mouth water and it makes my mouth tingle a little bit. What does it do specifically to you? Whatever it does for me or for you, that's its job. And it does this job whenever you hold it in mind. The thought of biting into a sour, juicy lemon does its job consistently whenever you hold it in mind. It doesn't matter if you hold it in mind 2 minutes from now, or if you hold it in mind 2 days from now, or next week, or 2 years from now. The moment you hold it in mind, it starts to do its job. It starts to make your mouth water, or whatever it does for you. So the moment you ask, you shall receive. In other words, the moment you hold in mind the thought, or any thought, for as little as 17 seconds, the results start to be produced. I notice that when I hold the thought of biting into a sour, juicy lemon, that this thought doesn't ask for my permission before it does its job. I don't have to learn how to make my mouth water. My mouth just knows how to do it. I also noticed that I don't have to force my mouth to water because it does it effortlessly. What I'm trying to get at is that thoughts produce results effortlessly, but in order to produce the results you want, you have to hold in mind the right thoughts. If you believe the wrong thoughts, then you end up effortlessly creating or effortlessly manifesting things other than your goals. In other words, you end up effortlessly manifesting something you don't want. Let me give you an example. If you have a goal of having a dry mouth and you currently are imagining biting into a sour, juicy lemon, notice that the results you're going to get is a wet mouth. What you want, the dry mouth, and what you're getting, a watery mouth, are not a match. So why imagine biting into a sour, juicy lemon when you want a dry mouth? Anytime you discover that what you want and what you believe are not a match, keep it in mind that you can choose to believe a different thought. You don't have to keep believing a thought that isn't working for you. Let me give you another example. If your goal is to solve an XYZ problem, it could be any problem, and you currently believe the thought, I can't, this is too difficult, are you going to solve the XYZ problem with as much ease as possible? Probably not. This is like putting a stick into your bike spokes while you're trying to ride it. The bike ride isn't going to go as smooth as you would like. Isn't that true? If we continue on with this example, I would like to ask you, what results does the thought, I can't, this is too difficult, designed to produce? To find out what results this thought or any thought is designed to produce, just hold it in mind for a few seconds and just ponder the thought in your mind. And notice how you start to feel when you think this thought. What kinds of things do you see yourself doing when you believe this thought? How do you start living your life when you believe this thought? How do you treat yourself when you believe the thought, I can't, this is too difficult? What actions do you take towards your goal of solving the XYZ problem when you believe this is too difficult? Did you discover that the thought, I can't, this is too difficult, is not a match to solving the XYZ problem? If the XYZ problem was actually your goal, would you want to continue to believe this thought? As a deliberate creator, you have got to want your goal more than you want to believe the thought that holds you back from achieving it. You've got to be willing to believe another thought so that you can reach your goal. You've got to be willing to believe a thought that matches your goal. Are you willing? If your goal was to solve the XYZ problem, wouldn't it be more effective to believe a thought like, yes, it might be difficult, but that doesn't mean impossible? Is the goal and the thought a match in this case? Well, let's find out. Again, to see if the thought, yes, this might be difficult, but that doesn't mean impossible, and your goal of solving XYZ problem is a match, you're going to hold in your mind the thought, yes, this might be difficult, but that doesn't mean impossible, for a few moments in your mind to start to ponder it. Notice how you begin to feel when you believe this thought. Imagine how you might live your life if you believe the thought, yes, this might be difficult, but that doesn't mean impossible. Notice that as you're holding this thought in mind, that you are activating it. You are allowing the thought to start to go to work for you. Notice how the thought, yes, this may be difficult, but that doesn't mean impossible, feels different than the other thought. Now just notice and imagine how you might take action to solve the XYZ problem if you believed, yes, this may be difficult, but that doesn't mean impossible. How do you take action? What does the action feel like when you believe this thought? What kinds of actions do you take? And can you see yourself eventually solving the XYZ problem if you consistently believe this thought? So here's the big question. Is the thought, yes, this may be difficult, but that doesn't mean impossible, a match for solving the XYZ problem? Could it be a match? Do you see the importance of getting your beliefs and what you want in alignment? Can you see the importance of that? Okay, this is it for now. Happy creating, and you can learn more by visiting us on the web at www.secretpowerofthought.com.